this is kind of a good one that we probably have some different spicy takes on. But the first one is, what is a Bitcoin pleb? What does it mean to you? And I think that one of the people that I think has some of the spiciest takes is our friend Hoddle. And the reason I say that is because Hoddle, I think he's dealing with some internal turmoil on if he's a pleb or not. So I don't know. Kick it off and say, what do you think it is to be a Bitcoin pleb?
Okay, here's the thing. When the pleb movement first started, right? Like I predate the plebs. There were no plebs in. But by the way, also it's plebes, but we're just all going with the mispronunciation. The word is plebeian, so the abbreviation would be plebe. But anyway, we'll go with plebs.
I'm Southern.
So I predate the pleb movement, so I didn't know, like, and at first it seemed. I'm going to be honest here. It seemed like you were all a bunch of jilted ex-girlfriends who were mad that the shitcoiners had, tricked you, basically. Which I get. I understand the anger, but it seemed there was a little like a revenge aspect to it in the beginning of the movement. And to me, that energy was just whack as fuck, dog. I wasn't down with it in the beginning, but as it morphed and evolved, it became sort of just this idea that nobody's more important than Bitcoin. And so I think today I would proudly announce myself as a pleb. And it's also like it's the opposite of the influencer thing, right? Like especially in shitcoin land, it's like awful. Like what was the shitcoin few that all the shitcoin influencers got together and just dumped recently? It's like plebs don't do that. Plebs wouldn't trade on their clout, right? Like, so that's what I like. There are plebs with 10,000 followers and they're not trying to shill anybody or do anything. So it just is like, it's the personification of stay humble, I think.
I think it's well said. Well said. Justine, what do you think?
I wasn't here for that, but in my opinion, and I've had some internal and external struggles about whether I'm a pleb or not. But for me, it's like you're the everyday man. You're just humbly stacking, talking shit on Twitter, and enjoying the community. Like, yeah, for me, it's kind of the opposite of an influencer who's doing things like we're just here cheering on Bitcoin and being a part of the community. Everyday man is the best way I could probably explain it.
Josh, what are you thinking, bro?
You said Josh?
Yeah, I said Josh.
First, I'm gonna start by contradicting Hoddle, and I'm pretty sure it's plebeian. It's okay to say pleb.
It's plebeian.
I don't think you're right.
Google it.
It's like a Roman.
Google it.
I'm plebeian. Yep.
So anyways,
the Italian is verifying
just like a normal person, and it's come to mean like you're not rich and you're not influential. And like Hoddle said, it's like you might have a lot of Bitcoin, but you can't really influence it. And I think that's sort of what it is. It's just
that's like part of the core ethos of Bitcoin,
yeah,
right? Like,
yeah, it's like an acknowledgement of like, we're just sort of here. And I do think that it kind of harkens back to the shitcoin days, but also at that time, there was like the fork and all that shit was going on. And there were all these people trying to like influence what was happening in all directions. And I think it was just kind of like the antithesis of that scene.
Yeah.
That feels right. I also think it's pleb, by the way. Obviously, that's what I said. But Katya, what do you think? What do you think it means? You're on mute.
Sorry. Well, yeah, I think that taco plebs are like actually like a random occurrence of like dudes and chicks like who are just wholeheartedly interested in Bitcoin and like living with it, not like conforming to, I don't know, like any qualifications, what is wrong and what is right in this space, and like definitely not caring about the social clout, things like that. And yeah, like probably toxic people, but not like assholes to like nice, good people. That's what I think taco plebs.
I love that. Young Jackie, I'm be curious to see what you got to say now.
I mean, I agree with their, definitions. I would add that I believe that plebs follow certain principles and do not break them. And these are kind of, unwritten rules that everyone follows. Like don't trust, verify, stack sat, stay humble, hodl, and every one of like these kind of unwritten principles that plebs promote and follow. And that also defines someone as a pleb for me. Apart from rejecting, not using your clout if you have it to gain, dumping shit coins and that stuff. But yeah, mostly following principles.
Nick, what do you think?
I've always just seen taco plebs at its core, just simply eating tacos or Mexican food, staying healthy and exercising, and just stacking sats. Just as simple as that.
We all have our own definition. CK, last man standing here.
Hold on. Can we take a vote? Can we take a vote on plebeian or plebeian?
I think that's a solid poll here.
I think it's plebeian.
It's 100% plebeian, but because the community has decided to say it wrong, we're gonna go with pleb. Because everyone fucking
hodl
says
or hodl, right? Who says that right?
It's hodl. People that say hodl can fuck off. I blame Marty Bent.
So you're a purist.
Marty Bent is a habitual mispronouncer of words. This motherfucker be mispronouncing words like crazy on Tales from the Crypt, and I blame pleb on him. Okay, it's Marty's fault.
I mean, I gotta agree with Hodl. It comes from Italian, plebeo. Come on, guys.
Oh my god.
Come on.
All right.
Got an Italian.
We're getting our Italian lesson.
So
on.
a plebe.
Hold on. What is Josh gonna say?
Yo, what up?
You said it comes from Italian. First of all,
It comes from Latin.
It comes from Latin, right?
Yeah.
So you're saying that? Are you saying it's pleb, or are you saying it's plebe?
It's plebe.
It's plebe.
Yeah.
Yeah, but how do you spell it in Latin? You spell it P-L-E.
Dude, do we have to go and get the Latin dictionary? I can
go
search
get it.
right
I
now.
know it's right behind you. Go get it.
Let me go get it.
Okay,
wait, let me get it.
I can't wait to see this.
Go to Google. Google agrees with me. Okay.
So, I don't trust a computer always. Sometimes I trust the book, Coddle.
That's can I give a definition? Can I give a definition of a pleb?
All right, CK.
Yeah.
Come on, guys. This is my moment.
Let's go.
This is my moment. Okay. So, Bitcoin is fuck you money, and plebs are people that have adopted fuck you money and have fuck you attitudes. So it's pretty simple. You adopt Bitcoin, you take on Bitcoin's attitude.
I got the big chunky boy.
I like that definition. All right, let's see it. Look it up, big guy.
Yeah.
I was talking to Nick on the phone earlier, by the way. I'm surprised you know how to work a book, by the way, Jackie, because Nick was scared that he couldn't, we're on the phone. He doesn't take a lot of phone calls, and he was scared he was going to hang up with me if he went off of the phone call app. So this is good to see, Jackie.
Dude, I always
Zoomers.
said it.
One of the stories that for me typifies what plebe behavior is. Oh, you got it? Okay.
Yeah. Dude, it's literally written like in English. It comes from Latin so much. Pleb. I mean, you pronounce it in Latin pleb. But the pronunciation in English is plebe. Because you guys fuck it up.
Okay.
If I have to read it, okay,
Josh killed it.
This is a plebe, like Inception.
No,
like who's fucking it up? Is it pleb or plebe?
So if I have to read it in Latin, it's plebs, okay? But if you have to pronounce it in English, since the English fuck up everything, you guys say plebe. I mean, guys, go on the fucking English dictionary, but it comes from plebis. And
we rejected the crown, and down south we call it the plebs.
Yeah, but it's the opposite of aristocrat.
Can we move on?
Yeah, so listen, I feel vindicated that I'm technically right, but that we're also in line with our Latin origin words. So that feels good.
Right? Direct descendants of the Roman Empire. Let's go.
Here, Joe, do you want to get to the drinking rules?